What's going on, good people? It's your boy James Harris, founder of a movement called Men to Heal, which focuses on men's overall wellness, their mental health, physical health, and of course, their emotional health. And I'm also the author of a book called Man Just Express Yourself, which is an interactive planner guide for boys and men to better express themselves. I definitely appreciate all my fellows who went out and got this book as a tool. Congratulations on taking the next step and working on certain issues and things that you want to learn insight about. Salute to my fellow clinicians who got this book and doing interventions or just got it in your lobby as a conversation starter. I definitely appreciate you. And of course, salute to those spouses out there who doing these interventions with their partner over dinner or date night or just having these engaging conversations. I definitely appreciate it. And praises to those parents who got this book for their young sons. You guys are making a difference. I definitely appreciate that. I like to see the feedback that you're leaving reviews or sending me personal messages or emails. I definitely appreciate it. And if you want a copy of the book, make sure you go to Barnes& and Nobles, Amazon, Target, Walmart, pretty much anywhere books are sold. I definitely appreciate you. On my website also is my board game. Yes, I created a board game called Cheesy Dates, which is pretty much for all type of relationships, whether that's your platonic relationships or your intimate relationships. You can have this at your girls' night, your boys' nights, or adult game nights, and especially, of course, couples' nights. That board game comes with two card decks. One is a date card deck with multiple different date ideas, and then the other card deck is those tough conversations that you need to have within your relationship. Get you thinking, help you increase communication, and of course, there's some pawn pieces that assist you with moving around the board. I definitely appreciate it. So www.mentoheal.com. And if you're new here, make sure you like, share, subscribe. And if you've been here for a while, definitely appreciate you. We're monetized now. And so, since you've been here, or if you're new here, you know that I interview different guests. And the guest that I got coming up now is.
My name is Shyheim Franklin, aka Shyheim the Rugged Child, aka the Man Child. Um, and now, since I got rid of my childish things, I'm just Shyheim underscore Rugged.
My man, my man. How'd you get the name? How'd you get the name Rugged Child? Where'd that come from?
That was the name given to me by, I want to say, my community, Stapleton Projects in Staten Island, New York. I got that name because um I was a little character, I packed bags at the supermarket. I was the kid. Excuse me, miss, can I help you to the car with your bag? To your car with the bags. I collected bottles. I went to the store for all the drug dealers and everybody in my neighborhood. And I wore hand-me-downs, you know what I mean? So I always had big clothes. My hair was never braided because, you know, when I could get my hair braided or cut was usually a holiday or something other than that. And that was it. It was like, yo, Rugged Child, come here. You always looking rugged, man. Pull your pants up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got this phenomenal movement going on, but for the people who are just getting familiar with you, I know you do some music, you do some acting. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so once I became the Rugged Child, right? And I was into music. I always loved hip hop since I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? And I started to rap and write my own rhymes, and which led to me getting a record deal at a very young age. I signed my first contract at 13 years old to Virgin Records. You know what I mean? I have to give credit to the legendary R&B group, um, Mercury, from the legendary R&B group, the Foursome D's. Um, and before him, I had a manager by the name of Victor. Then went on to, Wu-Tang and the RZA being my mentor, and me getting this record contract through Big Wigs and Guy Rute and R&S Productions. I signed the deal with Virgin Records. I went on to release songs like On and On, then, Lost Generation album, the Man Child album, and so forth. Then I had the opportunity to be in a video by TLC called Waterfalls. And after I did the video, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, I got offered a role in a movie, Original Gangsters, with Fred Williamson and Pam Grier and Richard Roundtree, and then that led to also the TLC video led to me meeting Penny Marshall to be in The Preacher's Wife, then to go from The Preacher's Wife to In Too Deep, and then to the Parenthood roller coaster, you know. But with all of that at such a very young age, all these things that's in this industry. And as a kid, when your brain is not fully developed, you make a lot of poor decisions. You know what I'm saying? So that led to me then, without, I wouldn't say no guidance, right? I would say the proper guidance, led me astray. And ultimately, instead, I started to do the things that I once rapped about. And that led me to prison. That also led me, and I went to prison for, a bunch of different things. But the one thing that changed my life was when my action caused the death of another human being. And I went through that experience in prison, and finding your fault, and you know what I'm saying, and forgiving yourself, and having empathy, it's a beautiful thing, man. And that changed my life. And I said, you know what? I have to use these experiences to share with people, you know what I mean? And hopefully I can prevent them, or, just to let them know, if they watch through my story, that, it is the turnaround, and you can turn around if you want to.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I know you working on something phenomenal now. If you want to talk about the rugged road to recovery so people can get in tune with what you got going on.
The Rugged Road to Recovery is a wellness retreat program podcast, right? So the podcast part is just the entertainment part. You know what I'm saying? That's not the real work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to say that's not the real work, but that's just a conversational piece factor. The actual retreats is retreats of wellness. It's private right now. But I want to go public. I want to go public this year. I think I'm gonna kick it off with a book fair, the Rugged Road to Recovery book fair. So anybody out there that has any books that they would like to donate, that they think can help people wellness, you know what I'm saying, whether it's mental, whether it's holistic, spiritual, whether it's informative, you know what I mean, help, self-help books, anything you would like to donate to the book fair, is appreciated. And I'll leave all my info and contact at there. But really what it is my 5-year plan from prison. When I was in prison, I learned something, right? I knew right from wrong, right? But I just didn't know that I had to treat my life like a math problem. I have to, what I do to the front number, I have to do to the back number. I have to apply these skills in every faction of my life, right? So then I got to a level where it was like, okay, if I stay away from the projects and I stay away from these people, I'll be all right, cool. But I had to apply to think of my consequences first before my actions in every situation, all dealings of my life, with my finances, with my relationships, with everything. You know what I'm saying? I have to have empathy. You know what I mean? So I've learned that was my answer. And I said, wow, once I got that, I said, I gotta share this with the people, right? I have to. It's like it became my passion, and I love it. Yeah, and yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. So when I go public, man, I would love, I was telling you, man, I would love for you to come and do a therapy session with the fellas and the kids and the women of the Rugged Road to Recovery.
No, no doubt, man. I'm definitely gonna come up there to assist you and support you any way I can. And that's the purpose of this interview, man. So other eyes can get on it, and bouncing ideas and sharing resources can happen. So it sounds like you got a lot going on, specifically with the holistic health, mental health, and physical health. So all that comprised, what are you doing now for like self-care and stuff like that? You still making music? You journaling? What are you doing on?
Well, that is my self-care, the Rugged Road to Recovery, right? Because if I don't do it, I can fall back into my old ways. So every day I'm on a rugged road to recovery. So that's my actual passion and joy. Music and acting and all that, I would equate it to a retired NBA player, right? If he walks by a court and there's a ball, he's gonna take a shot. Do I want to uniform up and run up there and down the court? Not really, not so much. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always gonna shoot a ball when I see it. I'm always gonna grab that mic if I'm there. You know what I'm saying? And approaching life that way, learning that the man who wants nothing receives everything is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And to live in your day and live in your moment. Because the worst thing you want to do, you know what I'm saying, is have experiences, right, that you can't take. I had a whole period of my life to tell you how I felt because I didn't feel. You know what I mean? And I was like, I never want to do that, man. I walk down the street today. I look at everything. I look at the agriculture. I look at the landscape, and I look at the bird. I'm excited to see and not to be a little graphic, to see a dog shit. Right? When I was in prison, I was like, dog fucking shitting. You don't see nothing but walls and trees and shit around you. It's like, and to hug a tree, like it's those things. To open a refrigerator, right? So once I changed my life to enjoy the moment in the now present, I have a different experience with life.
Yeah, yeah. So to be real with you, you're being mindful and practicing mindfulness and don't even know it. But that's pretty much what mindfulness is. It's being in the moment, like smelling the air, feeling the breeze, like hearing the different scenic things that you can hear. So that's dope, man, that you're practicing those things. Now you can put a word to it, mindfulness.
Yeah.
Um, so the road to recovery.
Well, can you text that?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I got you.
Can you text that to me later so I can have it, so I can look it up? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of them dudes, right? And there's a lot of people that would fall in a wrong sentence. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to understand the word, look it up, and then be able to properly.
Yeah, I got you. I'll send it to you as soon as we're done here, man. So for the people listening and
Okay.
they hear the word recovery, is it relations to substance use or can anybody assist with your movement?
Well, it is. Every day we recover from something. So it is substance abuse. It is recovering from finances. It is recovering from heartbreak. It is recovering from trauma. It is recovering from letdowns and expectations. And it's every day we recover. Your skin recovers every day after you shed. We always in a recovery process.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, that's good, man. So I know you like it private because you like to be intimate with the people, but if you do plan to go public, um, is there anything in particular that you need and that you would probably request from the people?
Well, first I would have to do a background check. You know what I'm saying? And that because when you're dealing with personal stories and people being vulnerable at their weakness, you need to be able to be in a trusted environment, you know what I'm saying, and be around trustworthy people. And not for nothing, it's a crazy world out here. And somebody say, I want to go on a rugged road to recovery, and then next thing you know, you got a shootout happening because somebody wasn't really serious about what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? They whole motive was to say, hey, I want to get on this retreat to cause chaos or steal. Like, so the rugged road to recovery is not a helpline. It's for those that are in process of bettering themselves and want the help and just don't know where to go get it. So I'm the person to say, hey, here's my outlets and here's my resources. And let's go about it together. One of my opening lines is say if you was in the circle in intake, right? I would say, peace, how you doing, brother? What's your name?
James Harris.
How you doing, Harris? Any plans for today?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna just hang with the kids and probably do some reading later.
Okay. Well, if you need any help with that, let me know.
All right, I got you. I appreciate it.
That's it, baby. Each one teach 10. Shout out
Mhm.
to Dr. Fuller. Word.
Yeah, yeah. So you had a couple of previous ones. Like, how do you think the people responded to them? Do you think it was a growth experience for the masses?
Well, the first one was my family. So it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It was with cousins that I ain't seen in years and family, because I believe we have to build it first from our family. I believe it starts in our house, right? And then once we come outside of our house, then we are part of a community. But our first community starts in our house.
Hmm.
So that was part of my mission, Rugged Road Recovery, to fix my family, to have things that we do in common together as a whole, and nothing to take away from what we do individually, right? Because I remember one time, real quick, right? One of my older cousins, she said to me, "Boy, you need to get yourself a family." And I took that to heart. What you mean you ain't my family? But there's families within the family. So it's like I'm responsible for my children, my wife and my household, right? And then secondary becomes my whole family as a whole. But if my family and your family, right, ain't building together, ain't resourcing together, right? We're not really family. We're not a community. And then once we do that, then we can come outside and meet with the people down the street. And then together is wellness and healthiness and living. And then we can say, yo, as a collective, let's go buy property. So with the Rugged Road to Recovery, whatever your thing is, we try to have I have projects with each person and we create something. I have people that rap. So we do a song together. You know what I'm saying? And yo, you know what I mean? There's people that are into all type of things. Um, I like to build plants. You know what I mean? Everybody take home a plant seed and we build the plant and we talk wellness into the plant. So I just like to, I think I like knowledge without activation lays dormant. So
Hmm.
until you put the things that you know into movement, then you will have an understanding of such things.
Definitely. No, man. So for the people who want to reach out to you and find more information about the Rugged Road to Recovery, or just you in general, where can they do that at?
Well, on Instagram, I'm Shyheim_rugged. I have a website, ISO360.org. That's ISO360.org. And from there, you can, what I'm saying, message me if you don't want to go through the Instagram. Email at the Rugged Road to Recovery, or ISO 3.
Yeah, man. So what you got going on, man, is phenomenal. This Rugged Road to Recovery is gonna be worldwide, man. I can see it just from the standpoint of it's holistic, it's mental health, it's physical health, and it's down to earth. You have people who want the help, just don't know where to get it. So I think your personality mixed with the collectiveness and the thoughts that you have for it is gonna be phenomenal for your family and for
Thank you.
the community as a whole, as a mass. So I definitely appreciate you coming in, bro. I'm there. As soon as you hit me, we're gonna figure it out. Anything else, lastly, that you want to leave with the people?
I would let the people know, if you would like to be a Rugged Road to Recovery specialist, also reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you required to have is experience. So you required to have, and the willingness to want to lead people, man. So I would love for you to be a Rugged Road to Recovery specialist. You out there doing the work already. And let me send you your nice doctor coat with your name on it and everything. And man, I'll see you at the next retreat.
Already, man. I'm there. I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. I love what you're doing too. Mental health. I can't wait to get my shirt to rock it and spread awareness to you, all my people down in VA. Make sure you tap in with them all over the world, man. There's brothers out here, putting in that work, man, to help us, free our mind, man.
Already.